Hello everyone, Diego Escauriza here. I would like to thank the person who made this video possible because it is showing you how Final Fantasy VII was made and how it's being remade for this year. Now, this game was highly anticipated for a long time. I remember the time where the commercial came out and there was no date or not mentioning as to when this game was going to be launched. So I thought, I don't know if most of you thought the same way, but I thought that at first it was a fan-based video. And ever since there was not a mention about Final Fantasy VII. But what we didn't know is that this game was still in the works, along with some other projects. Anyway, as you can see, you get the two screens. The original Final Fantasy VII, which was made on 1997, and of course Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is done for this year. And folks, it's out there. I highly recommend this game to you all. If you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, believe me, it would be worth having, just like the original. Now, also, I love how they made the the graphics. Back then, the graphics were all 2D because that was the latest developments, and you could barely make up the characters, which wasn't that bad actually. You could still know who was who, though you didn't have a clear view of how they might have looked back then. And of course, on your left side, you have the game and how they made the characters. And now you're able to see how each character meant to be back then. For instance, side characters, it was hard to tell who Wedge and Jesse and Biggs were, but now on this other game you can see how they look like. Also, the fighting sequence, I was so used to the old fashioned gameplay. I mean, it was good at that time, and I still believe it's the best. But also, there's more to the new game, because on the new Final Fantasy VII, the gameplay is slightly different. I don't know. I think this is just my opinion, but for the gameplay, I believe it's a combination of Crisis Core with a better Final Fantasy 12. And that's my personal opinion, at least. And one of the things that I like is when you go into the story mode, it gives more detail, and the cutscenes are more longer than before, which is awesome. You get to see more to the story. and I think that's really cool. What you're watching right now is the first mission, and that is when Cloud joins Avalanche in their um, battle against Shinra, and of course the destruction of the first Mako reactor, or as we said, Mako reactor. One of the things I like is that you now you're able to hear what the other character uh, says, and you can change. I understand you can change characters. Um, uh, I don't know if I mean, I was told you could change characters. That might be possible, but um, that's I don't have the game to actually um, see if you could change them or not. That I was just told. Anyway, if you can see this fight, oh man, I love this. You know how when you fight the scorpion, you have to wait for a while, wait till its tail was down and everything. On this game, you could do more than what you were able to do um, before. Before, and man, look at that! Isn't that awesome? You could see more of what's going on. Don't get me wrong, the original Final Fantasy VII was fun, and if you guys didn't know, this game when it came out, it sold billions of copies, and it was rated the top number one of all Final Fantasy games out there. So, I mean, it was cool. But now, looking at what it was done, I would I have more or a bit of a higher expectation, because the way it looks now, it changed. This was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments, questions, ideas for future challenges, things that you wanna talk about, just let me know. If you like this video or any of my other videos, you know what to do as well. Remember, your feedback's important to me, so please feel free, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So this is Diego signing off. Goodbye and peace out.